This is the Yamaha Tricity 300, the first Yamaha scooter that you can drive with a car license. And there are 2 points of view when looking at this scooter. The motorcycle rider point of view and the car driver point of view. It's just too big and too heavy, it's just too wide, it weighs 240 kilos, it's as heavy as a BMW GS. You cannot filter with this thing in the traffic. And it feels underpowered, come on, it's like a 125 because it has this small engine and it's so heavy. And come on, it's too expensive. You can buy a full-size bike with this amount of money. So this machine can save me up to 1 hour, 2 hours of traffic every day, and I don't have to struggle with a motorcycle license because hey, this is a trike, I don't need one. And come on, it's very easy to find a parking spot. And you can go everywhere with this one. And the fuel consumption, just 3.5 liters for 100 kilometers. Wow, this is so affordable. And you like it or not, this is not built for us. This is not built for motorcyclists. This is built for the car drivers or for those who are using the public transport and looking for alternative. Okay, you can ride this one with a car license, which is very cool, but if you're a car driver and you want to ride this, you must get some proper motorcycle training because this one rides just like a bike and it's quite dangerous to ride it without some practice. Now this is a trike because of the distance between the front wheels and because it comes with the braking pedal on the right. It's over here, but it's not that easy to use. It has a quite awkward position and it feels to me like the guys at Yamaha just put it here to pass the regulations for this trike. But never mind, it doesn't matter because you're not gonna use it. Probably you're gonna use the braking levers, and you got a combined braking system on the left and you got a front wheel on the right. You're gonna use both of them, but the left is the most important because you're braking with all the 3 wheels at the same time. And speaking of brakes, the braking system is quite good, it's quite efficient, but it's not coming with that initial bite that you're getting from a motorcycle brake. It feels more like a car, you know, so you have to push the brake a bit more in order to get the braking power. Now let's have a closer look at this front end because it's very important. It's the most important piece of the bike and Yamaha did such a great job. It feels like a bike, but at the same time it feels very safe. For me it was a bit confusing at the beginning when I took the bike from the dealer. In the first corner it felt a bit awkward, but after that I got used to it. I got used to it quickly, and now I'm feeling really good because you're getting more confidence from the front end. For example, when going over this kind of stuff like the tram lines, it will protect you, you cannot lose the front. So yeah, I love it, and I can say it's a safe way for the car drivers to go riding a bike or something closer to a bike. It steers, it's very nimble, really. It doesn't feel that front heavy, although it has about 60 kilos over here, but it doesn't feel front heavy. Wow, I must say that it's fantastic. You can ride this very fast, it's very nimble, you can go to the corners, you can go to the twisties, you can have fun with it, and this is very important when buying this kind of thing. I really love the way that they did it. And of course you can also find it on the Nikon and also on the smaller Tricity, so they have some experience, they tested it enough, and yeah, I think this is a very good system. And it also comes with a locking mechanism, and I'm gonna show it to you because this is very important. It's the first Yamaha to come with a locking mechanism, and that's for riding it with the car license. And you have the button over here. Now it might be a bit confusing at the beginning because this usually is the button for passing, but they put the button over here because it's a second, I'm gonna show it to you, because it must be in reach to use it on the go. So if it's winter outside, imagine that, and you're having a leg cover, you can push this button while getting to the stoplight. Yeah, you can push it on the go, you can, and at the stoplight you don't have to put the leg down anymore. Unlike the one used by Piaggio on the MP3, this one is not completely locking the suspension, so you have to practice the balance a bit when at full stop, and you have to be confident, but not too confident, because if leaning over, you can you can roll over with this scooter very easy. You can deactivate it just by accelerating. So now it's activated, and it's very simple. Of course, it's safer having this front end, safer than having one wheel. You can feel that in mid corners, you can feel that on wet, you can feel that when braking. It's completely safer. But there's a funny thing, because if you got an object or a pothole on the road, it's a bit complicated to avoid it, because you have three wheels, and at least with one of them you can hit that pothole. But the good part is that this front end feels like a car, because it comes with this suspension and this mechanism, so you're not gonna feel the bumps when passing over a speed bumper, for example. You're not gonna feel it on the front, but on the back it's a bit harsh. It's like a normal scooter. You can feel that. The rear suspension is a bit harsh for my taste. The thing with the tram lines is that they're very slippery when wet, and if they're not properly aligned to the asphalt, when choosing to pass over them, if you're not choosing the right angle, you could fall from the bike. And this is not gonna happen with the Yamaha Tricity 300. When the traffic is stuck, it's not as nimble as a normal scooter, and if trying to go in tight spaces, you have to practice a bit, because it's wider on the front. You have to be careful, and the fairing is quite tall, and you have to know very well where are the limits, so you won't hit anything. Now I'm gonna see and try if I can fit the same place as the Suzuki GSR in front of me, and I did it. I really did. Thank you. You can do it after a little practice, you can get used to it, and of course it's way better than a car. The engine is located somewhere over here, and it comes from the Yamaha X-Max. In fact, the whole scooter, besides the front end, is the Yamaha X-Max 300, which is one of the best on the market. And this engine, if coming from an X-Max, it might gonna feel underpowered, of course, because this is 60 kilos heavier than an X-Max, but still, if coming from a car, it feels just okay. It can reach up to 130 kilometers per hour, so you can use it on the highways and on the open roads. And besides that, it goes quite quick from 0 to 80 kilometers per hour, but after that you got to pay some attention if you want to ride it faster and to pass someone. In terms of power to weight ratio, it feels a bit like a 125 scooter. It's accelerating the same, but compared to a 125 scooter, this one feels safer and feels better at high speeds because of that front end, which is fantastic. It's very stable, so you can ride it safely no matter the speed. It can handle a higher speed than 130 kilometers per hour. Now let's discuss a bit about the comfort, because this is one of the most comfortable things on the market, because it comes with this huge fairing that is protecting you from the wind. It has this windscreen, it has a large seat. It's very good both for you and for the passenger. It really feels good. The ergonomics are just fine, are just perfect, and you also have a foot forward riding position. For me it's a bit cramped, but other than that it feels very good. Besides the front end and besides the comfort, what I love about this scooter is the luggage space. Take a look. Oh, and you have keyless ignition. Put it on open, push this button, and you're getting this huge luggage space under the seat. You can put two full face helmets over here. You can see this is my helmet. I also got some other luggage over here, some filming equipment, and you can put a lot of stuff over here. And if you want more, you can add up a top case. That's very good. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with front fairing pockets, probably because of the front wheel mechanism. There is not enough room. In terms of safety, besides the front wheels, it also comes with the traction control and with the mandatory ABS. And what I also like about this Yamaha Tricity is that it looks very good and the finish is of high quality. I was about to forget to tell you about the seat height, because it's quite tall. I'm 174. It feels a bit like an adventure bike, and it's a bit hard to do maneuvers using your legs. You should do like this, and it's a bit difficult. Now, some guys are saying that you should get off the bike and start pushing it back and forth. It's easier. Yes, it's easier, but it's annoying, and in some traffic situations you just cannot do that. The price, 8,300 euros in our market, is 2,000 euros more expensive than the Yamaha X-Max. It's also more expensive than the Piaggio MP3, which is pretty much the same stuff. And yeah, you can also buy a motorcycle with this amount of money. But hey, you can drive this one with a car license. What I like about the Yamaha Tricity is, first of all, the way it rides is fantastic. It's just like a bike, and I think this is the best front end on the market. More than that, I love it because it's comfortable. It's really comfortable with that seat, with this weather protection. You can ride it no matter the season, and it's also very safe thanks to the front end. And besides that, you got a lot of room for your luggage, which is also very cool. What I don't like, and it's just a single thing, is that Yamaha should put a better TFT dash on this bike, because for this amount of money you should get at least some Bluetooth connectivity. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon.